Hello, everybody. We are hopefully going to learn how to make a lot of money in this video. Please forgive me for starting off a video with a shameless plug to make money. Obviously, we can't promise anything. It's illegal and also not true. However, the reason I did so is because I think that this is a very important message for people to hear. It's going to save them a lot of time looking at indicators that are more or less random, trying to find some pattern in them, which might work some of the time and might not work a lot of the time. So if we focus on money management, hopefully we will learn how to make some money. Okay, so the main thing is also, that was point number one. Point number two is, you are all my teachers. If you have any comments, please let me know. Please subscribe, but please like, because that is going to be something that's going to help more people find this message. I think this is a message that I need to learn myself, and hopefully you can all help me to learn it. And okay, so anyway, there was a lot of buying going on after this insane news that came out at 9:45. So basically, even though the news signaled less industry growth, but because, so I was trying to figure out, like, how could that be bullish? What makes sense about that? So somebody raised the point that because there is going to be less of a chance of rate hikes, and that's the main thing that's stopping us from getting into a bull market. So that is why it was good for the market. So anyway, so there was a lot of buying going on. I thought that this might be a good place to get in now. A number of reasons caused me to want to get out of this trade early. Number one, it was my entry got hit a few times, and then my entry finally got filled. So anyway, it had already gotten some upward movement after hitting my entry. So I didn't want to stay in. I wasn't sure if I should stay in. I decided to stay in, and then it went up 2 ticks. And because of this insane news, this whole bar over here, this is a very risky place to trade. A lot of orders here have gotten filled. I don't know if all of the quote unquote normal rules of the market are going to be holding today, are going to carry through to today. So I thought that it was very safe to get out after 1 tick or 2 ticks, or maybe even 3 ticks. And moving my stop, I ended up moving it over here. So I was actually trying to get 2 ticks, but I ended up moving it to 1 tick. And that's the name of the game. Okay, so, and then anyway, shortly after I got filled, the market went very much down. This is something that can happen at any time. And also, after some big news, a quote unquote random bearish event, much more than we might think would be normally possible after such buying. So that's something to be very careful of. That's also a very important reason why I got out of the trade early. All right, so we are going to keep our eyes open for more trades, and we are also going to, as I said earlier on some other videos, try to focus on improving our characters. Traders are tough as nails. We are tough people, especially if we want to try to improve our trading. We're not going to let the excitement after such a tremendous up move excite us and cause us to enter into some trade which might end up whipsawing and causing us to lose a lot of money. We're going to try to be logical. Okay, we're going to try to trade based on our rules, which in a day like today may or may not even apply. There's lots of news coming out over many different sectors, over many different currencies, over many different countries in the world, so that's something to watch out for. Sometimes you'll end up making money by not trading on a day that you are not certain about. So we're going to be very careful, and we're going to try to not be greedy. That is something that greed can cause somebody to blow their account. That's something that can be very detrimental. And if we're happy with the small gains that we have, hopefully over time they will come back to reward us very nicely. Speaking of rewards, listen, I'm going to tell you something that is not necessarily going to make me any money, but Apex is having an amazing deal for a prop firm. It's 80% off this month and this is the main thing that's amazing about their deal, all future reoccurring months. So it's going to stay 80% off for the life of the account. This is something that can actually be very good because it's a prop trading account for very cheap, but it can also be very bad because, hey, it's only costing me $30, it's only costing me $50, it's costing me 80% less, 40% less, 50% less, whatever it is than I would normally pay. So it doesn't really matter if I reset my account. We don't want to have that mindset. Every blown account is a blown opportunity to make this a way of life. It's another month holding us back. It's very, very, very bad for us to blow our accounts. So we want to take advantage of this amazing offer. The code is SAVE80. That's capital S, capital A, capital V, capital E, 8, the number 8, and 0, the number 0. So save 80. And we will hopefully all work together to take advantage of this amazing, amazing opportunity while not causing the euphoria and the happiness and the relative ease with which we can recover a blown prop trading account relative to normal months, relative to months without any deals, cause us from losing money. So hopefully let's try to do very well and work on each other. Please, again, let me know in the comments if you have any ideas about money management, about trading styles, about anything. I would love to hear it. Okay. We love you all. Hopefully we're going to keep our eyes open for any new trades, especially as we've cleared this high over here. Hello, everybody. So as scared as I am to trade days like today, I mean, just look at this wick and look at this wick over here. So, like we've already been in this area. But so now that we're here again, it's very scary to actually come back and to trade it. So that having been said, given the market conditions at the time and the way the overall market is reacting to all of the news that came out, I thought that it was wise to get into a trade, and we got 3 ticks. So now we have 4 ticks for the day. That is pretty good. And part of me very much would like to wait until we're out of this area, as long as that takes, until trading again. And that's part of being a cautious trader, because all of our little gains are going to add up, hopefully, and however many steps forward will hopefully overtake any steps backward that happen. All right, so hopefully we will continue, and we will keep our eyes on the market. Okay, so we've been watching the market for some time now, and I am not so comfortable with getting back into a trade, because if you look, this area is kind of flat over here, and so let's say we would get in even somewhere around over here, but these areas have already been tested. So my untested hypothesis is that the first times we go back to a good entry are more likely to succeed. So because of that, and because we already have all these flat areas, so it can be very frustrating to have to sit out of a day with so much up movement. I mean, look, if you look at the day started over here, and then we just shot up. So it can be very frustrating not to want to take advantage of some of that growth, and some of it maybe can actually be because we are being lazy. So there's a fine line between being lazy and being overly aggressive, and overly aggressive can lead to losing the gains for the day, which we have made gains for today. So why should we take a chance and lose that money? That's something that's what I feel. So maybe we have some extra time for today, and if we see a really good setup, then maybe we can take it. Otherwise, it could be a good day to sharpen our mental saws. Maybe we can learn to program if we don't know how to program, so we can optimize our back testing or algorithms that we're writing. or we can meditate and take a few deep breaths in and close our eyes and wait for the thoughts to pop into our head. What happens with me is sometimes I have something that's like kind of bothering me, or I remember something that's like kind of bothering me that I can fix when that happens. So it's a good time to sharpen our overall saw and improve our edge, and we can hopefully, if something is lacking in our trading style or if something is lacking in our overall environment, then we can try to use our meditation time in order to improve it and to try to fix that which is not that which we hopefully can fix, and make things better. So, I think Ben Franklin said, he wrote like a little prayer or something about hoping to have the courage or the ability to accept the things that he couldn't change. We have anybody's welcome to look it up or post it in the comments, or I'll look it up, and to also be able to change the things that he can't. That hopefully we'll be able to do the put in the work that's necessary to go upward and to improve ourselves. Okay, so that's it for today. Today we worked on the character attribute of greed. Working on our character attributes is going to be something that is going to be far more beneficial than looking at another new indicator. So far in these videos, we've worked on greed, we've worked on trying not to make the same mistakes again, and we've worked on not being embarrassed and succumbing to the pain that can happen with a loss that can cause us to try to feel pressure to overtrade and to trade again, and then one loss gets turned into two losses. It gets turned into, heaven forbid, a blown account. So hopefully we will try to keep on doing the right thing and improve our lives and improve our trading skills, and we're going to be ballers. We're going to be dope traders here at Dopamine Trader. We're going to do very, very well, hopefully all of us together.